Your lower body strength diminishes gradually without your awareness. Tomorrow morning you wrestle with standing from your seat. Weeks later, ascending steps exhaust you completely, and eventually routine actions transform into major hurdles. This deterioration isn't natural aging. It represents muscular decline, subtle, persistent, and alarmingly ignored. The harsh truth: your limbs weaken first. When deterioration starts, stability compromises, locomotive capacity reduces, and tumbling risks multiply exponentially. A single accident can revolutionize everything: bone fractures, medical facility stays, and autonomy elimination. Nevertheless, encouraging reality exists. This decline proves entirely preventable. The key lies within nutritional choices. Most believe exercise exclusively strengthens musculature, yet dietary decisions hold equivalent significance. Your organism requires specific nutrients for tissue reconstruction, skeletal density preservation, and limb power maintenance throughout life's progression. Today's presentation reveals 6 potent nutritional sources capable of decelerating limb deterioration, revitalizing muscular capacity, and supporting decades of continued activity. Stay engaged until completion, as one featured food likely occupies your storage area, though you're consuming insufficient amounts. Initially, activate that like button and subscribe for weekly transformative wellness guidance, then share in comments. Have you detected recent alterations in limb strength? Let's proceed immediately. Primary selection. Sweet potatoes. Your musculature requires energy sources, specifically enduring fuel types that won't rapidly exhaust, avoiding midday weakness, lethargy, or exhaustion. Sweet potatoes deliver precisely this requirement. Most remain oblivious that maturation reduces your organism's energy storage and utilization efficiency. Earlier fatigue onset occurs, muscular response is slow, and routine activities like stair navigation or grocery transport become increasingly demanding. This transcends pure strength. Endurance becomes paramount. Sweet potatoes excel among endurance-supporting nutrition. Unlike processed carbohydrates such as white bread or pasta creating rapid glucose elevations followed by energy collapses, sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrate abundance. These compounds decompose slowly, delivering consistent energy distribution over extended periods. Your musculature receives necessary fuel without dramatic fluctuations, supporting all-day activity maintenance. Energy alone proves inadequate. Improper muscular recovery leads to deterioration over time. Each step, every motion creates microscopic muscle tears. Youth enabled rapid repair, but aging decelerates this process. Without appropriate nutrients, recovery suffers, producing stiffness, discomfort, and progressive muscle deterioration. Sweet potatoes become increasingly powerful here. They contain vitamin A abundance, a vital antioxidant facilitating muscle tissue repair. This produces faster recovery, diminished discomfort, and enhanced leg strength over time. Instead of awakening with rigid, aching limbs requiring flexibility restoration, your musculature remains adaptable and responsive. Superior recovery generates improved movements, and improved movements generate independence. Another internal adversary lurks: inflammation. Chronic inflammation primarily causes age-related muscle strength reduction. It silently consumes muscle fibers, complicating movements and elevating injury risks. This doesn't occur instantly. It accumulates over years, making daily activities progressively more challenging. Sweet potatoes contain anti-inflammatory compound abundance, combating this concealed enemy. They possess beta-carotene, reducing bodily oxidative stress. Oxidative stress accelerates cellular aging, damaging muscles, joints, and tissues. Enhanced combat capability improves muscular performance. Don't overlook potassium, among leg strength's most undervalued nutrients. Potassium significantly impacts muscle contractions, nerve functionality, and hydration. Insufficient potassium produces cramping, weakness, and elevated fall risks. Sweet potatoes provide excellent potassium sources, supporting muscular strength, coordination, and responsiveness. Here's unknown information. Digestive health directly correlates with muscular strength. Improper gut nutrient absorption means muscles don't receive necessary fuel. Sweet potatoes contain fiber abundance, supporting digestive health through proper digestion promotion and enhanced nutrient absorption. Healthier digestion means your organism more efficiently utilizes proteins, vitamins, and minerals for muscle maintenance. How can sweet potatoes become dietary regulars? The simpler than expected. Roast, mash, or transform them into fries. Incorporate into salads, soups, or smoothies. They're naturally sweet, versatile, and complement virtually everything. Unlike processed carbohydrates, they won't produce heavy or sluggish post-consumption feelings. When desiring continued movement, climbing, and powerful standing into advanced years, sweet potato dietary incorporation represents among the simplest yet most potent modifications possible. Strong limbs aren't solely exercise-dependent. They require proper nutritional fueling so muscles can support you for years ahead. Secondary selection. Oats most perceive them as bland breakfast alternatives. Yet what if these tiny grains could serve as secret weapons for more powerful, resilient limbs? Aging initially manifests through rapid leg fatigue. Stair climbing feels more challenging, prolonged standing becomes draining, and concerningly, muscle weakness develops, making simple movements feel like struggles. Why does this occur? It transcends aging, it concerns muscular fuel sources. Your limbs require movement energy. Not any energy, but sustained, consistent fuel maintaining activity without crashes. Oats excel here. Unlike refined grains elevating blood glucose and causing exhaustion, oats possess low glycemic indexes. They release energy gradually, maintaining activity and preventing sudden fatigue. Have you experienced afternoon tiredness and drainage? This occurs because most depend on processed foods that exhaust rapidly, leaving them operating on empty reserves. Oats conversely maintain stable energy levels, ensuring muscles don't fail when most needed. Benefits extend beyond energy. Your limbs consist of powerful muscles requiring protein for strength maintenance. Over time, insufficient protein consumption causes muscle shrinkage, producing weakness, instability, and balance issues. Oats supply plant-based protein, supporting muscle fiber rebuilding and maintenance. While differing from steak or eggs, it serves vital functions in limb strength maintenance. Let's address commonly overlooked aspects. Circulation. Your limbs depend on consistent oxygen-rich blood flow for strength and mobility maintenance. Poor circulation produces weaker muscles, slower recovery, and increased cramping and fatigue risks. Oats contribute here. They contain rich iron content, an essential mineral supporting oxygen transport throughout your organism. When experiencing lightheadedness, weakness, or noticing faster leg fatigue than normal, iron deficiency could be responsible. Without adequate iron, muscles don't receive necessary oxygen, producing sluggish and drained sensations. Then there's magnesium, a leg health game changer. Magnesium serves crucial muscle function roles, preventing cramps, spasms, and intolerable leg heaviness. When awakening with painful nocturnal leg cramps, your organism likely craves additional magnesium. Oats provide easy, natural methods for ensuring muscular relaxation and cramp prevention. The genuine secret: oats demonstrate remarkable versatility. You needn't consume identical monotonous oatmeal bowls each morning. Include them in smoothies for energy enhancement, sprinkle on yogurt with berries for delicious snacks, or bake into homemade protein bars for convenient muscle-fueling treats. Reality shows most overlook simple solutions. They seek complicated answers when strength, endurance, and mobility actually depend on proper nourishment. Oats provide exactly what limbs need for remaining strong, energized, and pain-free. Don't underestimate this simple grain's power. When committed to easy limb movement maintenance, establish oats as daily routines. Third selection. Avocado. Most consider them trendy superfoods. Yet what if this creamy green fruit holds secrets to stronger, more flexible, pain-free limbs? When discussing limb strength building and maintenance, most immediately consider protein. And yes, protein matters, yet it's partial. Truth is, muscles don't solely need protein. They need more overlooked elements: beneficial fats. Avocados rank among the finest muscle-supporting fat sources available. Let's begin with inflammation. During aging, inflammation becomes silent adversaries. You might not initially notice slight morning stiffness, dull aches after extended walking. Yet over time, inflammation accumulates, making movement more challenging and painful. Monounsaturated fats found in avocados become essential here. Unlike unhealthy fats contributing to inflammation, these beneficial fats actively decrease it. They maintain joint flexibility, muscle relaxation, and limb freedom from chronic pain. This produces reduced stiffness, less discomfort, and enhanced movement freedom. Yet that's incomplete. Every limb movement, standing, walking, or running, gets controlled by one vital element: muscle contractions. These contractions depend on minerals most people don't obtain sufficiently: potassium. Avocados rank among richest potassium sources, exceeding bananas. Why does this matter? Potassium maintains muscle function and prevents cramping. When experiencing sudden limb tightening, awakening with painful nocturnal muscle spasms, or limbs frequently feeling weak after minimal effort, insufficient potassium could be responsible. Without adequate potassium, muscles can't contract correctly, causing instability, weakness, and balance problems. This makes avocados transformative. They regulate these contractions, ensuring each step feels stable and strong. Now let's address more critical aspects. Muscle protection. As we mature, muscles don't simply weaken, they become more damage susceptible. Small tears and oxidative stress can slow recovery, causing long-term muscle loss. Yet powerful nutrients combat this. Vitamin E. Vitamin E serves as antioxidants, protecting muscles from damage. It repairs muscle fibers, accelerates recovery, and prevents long-term deterioration. Consider this: muscles experience daily wear and tear. Whether walking, exercising, or standing for extended periods, they endure stress. Vitamin E counteracts that stress, maintaining limb resilience over time. Here's the optimal aspect. Avocados don't solely support muscles and joints. They also enhance circulation. Proper circulation provides keys to delivering oxygen and nutrients to limb muscles, maintaining energy and preventing fatigue. Beneficial fats in avocados support cardiac health, ensuring smooth and efficient blood flow. This produces increased endurance, reduced heaviness, and improved overall limb strength. How do you incorporate more avocados into diets? It's simpler than anticipated. Add slices to morning toast, blend into smoothies for creamy, nutrient-rich enhancement, mash into guacamole, or use as butter substitutes. You can mix into salads or consume directly with salt and pepper. Keys involve consistency. Eating single avocados monthly won't create differences, yet making them regular meal components, that's when you'll experience genuine benefits. Stronger muscles, increased flexibility, reduced pain, and confident life movement. When desiring limbs that remain powerful, balanced, and pain-free during aging, don't ignore this simple yet potent food. Fourth selection. Berries. Aging remains inevitable, yet strength loss? That's optional. Daily, muscles face attacks not from visible threats, but equally dangerous ones. Oxidative stress. This silent force weakens muscles, damages joints, and accelerates aging. You experience it as stiffness, persistent soreness, or frustrating strength loss over time. Yet encouraging news exists. You can resist. Among most powerful weapons, berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These aren't merely delicious. They're muscle-protecting superfoods. Reasons. Berries contain antioxidant abundance, your organism's optimal defense against muscle deterioration. Daily, your organism produces free radicals. These unstable molecules damage muscle cells, causing weakness, fatigue, and slow recovery. During youth, your organism could combat them, yet aging weakens defenses unless you provide appropriate support. Berries contribute here. Their antioxidants neutralize free radicals, protecting muscles from damage, accelerating recovery, and maintaining limb strength longer. Yet that's merely beginning. Among greatest threats to limb strength isn't muscle loss, it's inflammation. Chronic inflammation quietly destroys mobility. It makes each step harder, every movement stiffer, and each joint more painful. Over time, it can cause arthritis and long-term muscle loss. Berries rank among nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods. They contain compounds actively reducing inflammation, easing joint pain, improving flexibility, and maintaining smooth limb movement. There's more. Most consider vitamin C solely immunity enhancers, yet it's actually vital for muscle and joint health. Why? Because vitamin C fuels collagen production. Collagen provides foundations for muscles, tendons, and joints. It maintains strength, flexibility, and resilience. Yet during aging, your organism produces less collagen. That's why muscles lose firmness, joints feel rigid, and recovery slows. Berries restore that balance. They enhance collagen production, maintaining muscle firmness, joint smoothness, and limb resilience. Now let's discuss maximizing berry benefits. Eating them occasionally won't create significant changes, yet establishing daily habits, that's where genuine benefits emerge. Begin with breakfast. Add blueberries to oatmeal or yogurt. Blend into smoothies for powerful muscle-fueling drinks. Consume fresh as snacks, or create berry compotes. Simply simmer with water for naturally sweet toppings. Keys involve consistency. More frequent consumption provides more protection for muscles and joints. Here's bonuses. Berries don't solely strengthen organisms, they sharpen minds. Research demonstrates berry antioxidants improve memory, focus, and brain function. While maintaining limb strength, they're also maintaining mental sharpness. Berries combat oxidative stress, preventing muscle weakness. They reduce inflammation, easing joint pain. They enhance collagen production, maintaining muscle and joint strength. They improve circulation, ensuring limbs receive necessary nutrients. They enhance brain function, maintaining sharpness during aging. All from single, simple, natural foods. When committed to remaining strong, mobile, and pain-free, don't overlook berries. Strongest limbs don't solely result from exercise. They result from proper nutrition. Berries rank among optimal methods for fueling organisms for future years. Begin today, future selves will appreciate it. Fifth selection. Salmon. What if foods existed capable of helping build muscle, reduce pain, and maintain limb strength for years ahead? That's precisely salmon's accomplishment. It's not simply protein, it's among highest quality sources organisms can obtain. As you age, muscles require more of it. Each step taken, every movement made, muscles constantly break down and rebuild. Yet problems exist. As you mature, organism abilities to repair muscle tissue decelerate. Limbs begin feeling weaker, stair climbing becomes more challenging, and even rising after sitting feels like struggling. Most don't realize it's occurring until strength isn't what it previously was. Salmon contributes here. It contains protein abundance, providing muscles with raw materials needed for remaining strong and active. Every bite supports muscle fiber rebuilding, maintaining limb firmness and resilience. Yet salmon isn't solely about protein. It's also among richest omega-3 fatty acid sources. These beneficial fats accomplish remarkable things for muscles. During aging, inflammation accumulates in muscles and joints. That's why many experience knee stiffness, limb soreness, or sharp pain during movement. Yet omega-3s combat inflammation at origins, maintaining muscle flexibility, joint pain freedom, and smooth limb movement. That's incomplete. Omega-3s enhance blood flow, ensuring muscles receive oxygen and nutrients needed for optimal performance. When circulation proves poor, limbs feel heavy, tired, and sluggish. Yet with improved blood flow, they remain energized and strong. Here's unknown information. Omega-3s also improve nerve function. Ever feel like limbs don't move as rapidly as previously? Like reflexes aren't as sharp? That occurs because nerve signals decelerate over time. Yet omega-3s maintain connection strength, supporting faster limb responses and easier movement. Salmon also contains B vitamin abundance, especially B12. Here's why that matters. B vitamins fuel organism energy production. Without them, muscles don't receive power needed for functioning. That's why people not obtaining sufficient B12 often feel tired, sluggish, and weak. Yet salmon restores that energy, providing limbs with stamina for walking longer, climbing higher, and moving effortlessly. You can't maintain strong limbs without strong hearts, and salmon supports that too. Salmon's omega-3s lower bad cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and maintain clear arteries. This produces improved circulation, better oxygen delivery, and enhanced endurance. Truth: weak circulation causes weak muscles. Limbs depend on steady, oxygen-rich blood supplies. When hearts aren't pumping efficiently, muscles won't receive necessary nutrients, and they'll begin weakening. Yet when hearts remain strong, limbs stay strong. Optimal aspects: you don't need daily salmon consumption for seeing benefits. Just 2 to 3 weekly servings can create huge differences. Try grilling, baking, or adding to salads. Want quick, easy meals? Salmon with roasted vegetables and quinoa sides contains muscle-boosting nutrient abundance. Prefer lighter options? Salmon in fresh salads with avocado and leafy greens provides everything limbs need in single meals. When rushed, canned salmon proves equally powerful. Simply mix with lemon juice, olive oil, and spices for quick protein boosts. When desiring continued walking, climbing, and confident movement, salmon ranks among optimal foods you can consume. It rebuilds muscle, reduces inflammation, improves blood flow, enhances nerve function, and strengthens hearts. Every bite fuels muscles. Every meal brings you closer to stronger, healthier, more active bodies. Don't wait until limbs feel weak. Begin eating salmon now and maintain strength for years ahead. 6th selection: eggs. Reasons exist why athletes, bodybuilders, and doctors endorse eggs. It's not solely because they're affordable and simple to prepare. It's because they rank among most complete nutrition sources for muscle strength, energy, and recovery. When maintaining limb strength, stability, and pain freedom during aging, eggs prove truly powerful. Reasons: first, eggs contain complete protein. This means they possess all 9 essential amino acids, building blocks organisms need for repairing and rebuilding muscle tissue. During aging, muscles naturally lose mass. You might notice limbs feeling weaker, balance becoming unsteady, or simple activities like stair climbing getting harder. That occurs because organisms aren't repairing muscle as efficiently as previously. Yet when consuming high-quality protein like eggs, you're providing organisms with exact nutrients needed for slowing muscle loss and rebuilding strength. That's merely beginning. Eggs also contain vitamin D abundance. Here's why that's critical. Vitamin D isn't solely for bones. It's essential for muscle strength too. Actually, studies demonstrate low vitamin D levels directly linked to weak muscles, poor coordination, and increased fall risks. Concerning aspects: most experience vitamin D deficiency without realizing it. That's why older adults not obtaining sufficient vitamin D often struggle with fatigue, muscle weakness, and joint pain. Yet eggs naturally contain this powerful vitamin, ensuring bones remain strong, muscles stay active, and limbs continue moving easily. Something else within eggs most don't know about: choline. It's not well-known nutrients, yet it serves huge roles in maintaining limb strength and responsiveness. Why? Because choline directly supports nerve-muscle communication. This means every time you step, lift limbs, or shift weight, organisms send signals through nervous systems for controlling those movements. During aging, these signals can decelerate. You might notice limbs don't react as rapidly, balance feels unstable, or you feel unsteady when walking on uneven surfaces. Yet choline maintains connection sharpness, ensuring nerves and muscles cooperate efficiently, so you remain stable, coordinated, and strong. Don't forget, eggs also contain beneficial fat abundance, B vitamins, and antioxidants, all supporting energy production, reducing inflammation, and protecting muscle cells from damage. What's optimal methods for adding eggs to diets? You don't need dozens daily. Just 1 or 2 eggs daily can create huge differences in limb strength and mobility. Scramble them, boil them, create omelets with vegetables, or blend into protein-packed smoothies. Important aspects involve consistency, because more you nourish muscles now, stronger they'll become in future years. When desiring continued confident walking, muscle loss prevention, and remaining independent as long as possible, don't overlook eggs. They rank among simplest, most affordable, and most powerful foods you can add to diets. Optimal aspects? They don't solely strengthen limbs. They energize entire organisms, sharpen minds, and fuel days with lasting energy. Next time planning meals, remember this. Adding eggs to diets represents among easiest methods for controlling strength, mobility, and long-term health. Final thoughts: your limbs serve as foundations, and when they weaken, everything else follows. Yet you're not powerless. By incorporating these 6 foods into diets, you're providing muscles with exactly what they need for remaining strong, stable, and energetic. This produces increased movement, greater independence, and enhanced life quality. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already consume, and which surprised you most? Inform me in comments. When you found this content helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you never miss life-changing health advice. When curious about more powerful foods combating aging, check out our next content. Stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving.